man, don't take it for granted. A&M is a top 6 team. A&M has started their season strong. A&M feels like they have a runway for improvement through the SEC. A&M's a veteran team and a coach that we can't help but believe in. Times are good, and the college football season is really short. So I'm going to take this moment, as I do several times throughout the year, to say just take a breath, take a break, appreciate where we are, just watching this team, possibilities ahead, a team that we really like, and we're going to look really, really badass doing it on a badass battlefield, because not only, I'm sure you know this by now, but I have to talk about it, not only are we wearing black, Kyle Field will be black. Black end zones, black Texas logo in the middle, black outline. I mean, come on, man. The aura is palpable. This team is so much fun, man. Elko knows what he's doing, man. Elko knows how to draw the eyes, draw the crowd, rally Kyle Field, rally the 12th man, rally some damn recruits, man. The recruits love it. The kids love it. I mean, everyone that takes a visit to A&M these days is wearing the black unis for their pictures. It feels like a move in the right direction. It feels like you're stepping away from a little bit of staleness and you're adding a little bit of a spark to the game. But, man, the aesthetics, the feel, the fun, it's one thing. The crowd's going to be real, that's for damn sure, and that's actually a factor for the game. But this is a big game. You have a real opponent in Kyle Field yet again. This is the SEC. This is a team that's performed better than expected. And Mississippi State has a lot of dangerous weapons. And I think most of us remember this game has been a swing game for A&M for the negative. 2014 A&M ranked 6. I think it was a 5-0 start. Lost to Mississippi State. 2016 A&M 7-1. Only loss on the year was Bama. Big win versus Tennessee and UCLA and others under your belts. Surprising loss to Mississippi State. And to a lesser degree, 2018. You know, maybe that's a 10-win season if you beat Mississippi State. 2021, a surprising home loss at night. You beat Bama the next week. It was a bad swing in the wrong direction. Can we prevent that from happening? Because so far this year, A&M has been a trend buster. A&M won the big game on the road. A&M followed that up with a pretty big home win versus Auburn. Also overcoming that bye lull that can affect teams from time to time. It's time to bust another one. We can't let this be the game that holds us back, and I'm super, super excited for it, man. It's a chance to build. It's a chance to keep going. It's a chance to build a home streak. You're defending home turf right now, man. We've talked about how crucial this stretch is. We heard Elko talk about it in the Pulse. It's the defining stretch of the season. Games you feel like you're favorited in, and the team that can really beat you is you. And we've heard the team talk about that. Marcel Reed on Paul Feinbaum today saying the only opponent that can get us is us. And A&M will look to stop that. Unfortunate business for Mississippi State. You hate to see this stuff, but it's a big story to tell in this game. Starting tackle Albert Reese, unlikely to play in the game Saturday for Mississippi State. And we highlighted this in the preview video because we saw him go down versus Tennessee, and the backup had his hands full. The backup, Jimothy Lewis, gave up 3 sacks in the game, graded out really, really low, 0 on PFF. And he was in over his head in the game. It didn't go well. He's a young redshirt freshman player, and Tennessee has studs at defensive end. And that punished Mississippi State in the game. Mississippi State gave up a strip sack, scoop and score, because this kid right here had to miss the game. Now, I would anticipate, whichever way they go with it this week in practice, replacing the tackle. They're already down a tackle, by the way. They lost another starting tackle versus ASU. But wherever they shuffle, wherever they go this week, you have to imagine they'll be a little bit better prepared than what we saw versus Tennessee, which was a quick change scenario. But A&M cannot let these backup offensive tackles settle into the game. We've seen it from Cassius Howell. We've started to see it from Deion Hayes. Rylan Kennedy's going to get some moments. TJ Searcy's going to be in there. These guys have to make these guys feel uncomfortable early and often. It's a challenge for A&M. You hate to make this part of the story here, but if they give you a crack, you have to take it. If the door's cracked, you have to open that door. So we'll see how Mississippi State adjusts their game plan. This is a really big deal for them. It was obviously a big factor in the game. We've heard Jeff Levy talk about it in both of his pressers since the game, how they weren't comfortable with some of the backups that went into the game after injury, and tackle is clearly the one he was talking about. So A&M has to take advantage here, and they might opt to go quick game. They might opt to run the ball even more. They might throw some RPO. They might throw some of that triple option stuff we heard Elko talking about, where they get their really, really fast and explosive wide receivers moving laterally in some jet motion. and do some stuff with that. Blake Shapen can run a little bit. I wouldn't say he has the speed of a Jackson Arnold or a Marcel Reed, but he can get it done. It'll be interesting to see how they compensate. They might read off some defensive ends. They might do some different things. It's definitely something to look out for in this game, and it's something I expect A&M to take advantage of. But the only other thing on it for them is that Isaac Smith, their leading tackler, is still questionable for the game, so we'll have to keep an eye on his status as the next injury reports and game time come around. That's a big deal for their defense. Really good player. They have a good secondary, man. But all right, I'm gonna get to my wish list here. I'm gonna be very generous. I'm gonna give you a lot of wishes. I have many things I want in life, and many things I want in this game too. But I'm gonna start with the defense. These running backs are really freaking good. They're really freaking good. And versus Tennessee, even when the blocking wasn't perfect, we saw both of them make lemonade, especially Fluff Bothwell. That guy is so freaking good, but they're both solid. Gap integrity, outside contain. Those are the two things that killed us versus UTSA. And to be fair, it's been a lot better since. It got us a couple of times versus Notre Dame. Not that many times, but a couple times it was there. Can we stamp in our improved run defense? Because these backs will make you prove it. These are high-level running backs, man. These are probably the best two aspects of their team, in my opinion. Or their best aspect of the team is their running backs. Of course, the receivers are really good. Brendan Thompson's electric, but this is a big, big test because these guys made lemonade time and time again. They ran the ball like 70 times against Tennessee. They're probably going to try to do that again, especially with the lack of protection. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust in their deep game because they like to get Brendan Thompson going. I don't know how much they're going to want to drop back in this game. Stop the freaking run. We touched on it already. With this tackle down, them a couple tackles down. Offensive line has been kind of feast or famine. It's decent, pretty good, down to down, but they'll have some busts. D-line has a chance to keep dominated. I want to see it. Tyler Onyedem was really good versus Auburn. Albert Regis has been solid all year. DJ Hicks is coming on. Keep that going. And this is a huge opportunity for the ends that we already talked about. D-line dominance, that's on my wish list. I mean, of course it is. Just keep that going because you have a big opportunity here. And, of course, tackling. I'm just going to throw that in there. Keep tackling well. You tackle well versus Auburn. Get guys on the ground. Take wise angles in open field because there will be open field tackles to be made in this game with the athletes they have, the two receivers and the two running backs. Offensively, I'm really interested in this receiver battle. They have some good corners, man, and who knows what happens with Isaac Smith there. That's an interesting slot corner, nickel, hybrid player. Can we keep getting separation, and can Marcel hit the soft spots yet again? It'll be interesting, man. Brazel and Matthews were able to make some stuff happen against Tennessee, and that is probably the highest level duo in the conference at receiver. I mean, you can contend that our duo, Tennessee's duo, and maybe even Mississippi State's duo are the three best receiver duos as a two in the conference right now. Can we do what Tennessee did? Can we get over the top? Can we get some well-placed deep balls to our receivers like Tennessee did in the game? Because that was there. And they've been solid all year. Which way does it go in this receiver battle? Can Casey Concepcion and Mario Craver keep making separation like they have on demand? And, of course, can Marcel hit that deep ball? Can we keep pounding the rock? I like their defensive front a lot. I think they're scrappy. I think they're getting a lot out of those players. But I don't think they have the studs, like I talked about in the last video, that a team like Auburn, Texas, LSU, even Florida will have. Can we establish a run game? Can we maul again? Can we, gash them in the running game? Because we absolutely just did that against a really, really good front seven. I don't see why it has to be different this game. Because you could say they're going to play the run, well, then the pass will just come there. The pass will just be there. So, pound the rock. Le'Veon Moss getting healthier, man. Looks so good. Had a career game coming off of injury. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And then my two overarching things I want to see in the game. Start fast. Make them have to drop back. Get an early lead. Get a 14-point lead to start this game. You saw a fast start versus Auburn, and of course you didn't do much with it. You stalled right after that. You had the 3-and-out. Stop. Got off the field again. Then the offense started getting penalties. And that was actually a sack. And then you started the penalties. Start fast. Keep going. Make them have to go away from the run. Make them feel like they have to catch up in the game. Make them feel like they have to throw the deep ball. Because that's when we can really take advantage of their tackle situation when they drop back. Because they're going to protect them as much as they can. Start fast, start fast, start fast. That is always a key to avoiding an upset. And then, of course, this little mother... I hate it. I hate it. Penalties. It's got to be on the wish list, right? It's got to be number one. I saved it for last, but I also said it before. Get rid of this freaking thing. No more penalties, man. No more freaking penalties.